Good morning. Be seated. Good morning. You all may be seated. Wonderful. My name is Trevon Thompson, and I am the Regional Dean for the University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome family, friends, and our graduating class to the 2026 Convocation ceremony. I am one of the newest members of the University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford community. I started in this role on March 16th of this year, taking over from Dr. Alex Stagnaro-Green, who held the position for 12 years and led the campus in achieving numerous advances. He is here on stage with us today. Thank you, Dr. Stagnaro-Green, for your service to the college and to the campus. Now, I mentioned that I'm one of the newest members of the campus community, but that was an incomplete statement. I was the Dean for Admissions for the College of Medicine prior to taking this current role, and specifically was the Admissions Dean when this class entered the College of Medicine. This is a memorable moment for me, seeing this class reach this wonderful, wonderful occasion, graduation. Now, to the graduates, today marks an extraordinary milestone in your professional journey. Through your perseverance, hard work, remarkable class spirit, and the unwavering support of your faculty, staff, and administration, we gather to celebrate your achievement of earning a medical degree. And I think that's really evident when you saw all the wonderful faculty and staff members proceeding in, the wonderful support that you all have here today. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to the class of 2026 for leaving our community stronger than you found it. Your dedication to serving our patients, to serving on committees to enhance our educational programs, to conducting meaningful research, and to the countless ways you have contributed as volunteers and leaders have made a lasting impact on all of us. In each of these efforts, you have embodied the highest ideals of medicine and the mission of UIC and the College of Medicine. We are so proud of you. Congratulations again to the class of 2026. So many of you may notice in the program booklet for today, Dr. Roy Fediakon was supposed to be here today to address the class. Unfortunately, he had a family emergency and could not be here today. But in his role as Vice Dean for Education, he prepared remarks. And so for the students, we have printed his remarks for you in your bulletin specifically so that you can hear from our Vice Dean and what he wanted to impart upon you as you go upon this next part of your journey. So please pay attention to those remarks. In true College of Medicine fashion, however, we were faced with a bit of an urgency yesterday with a forced change in our program. But the College of Medicine being a community, we did not miss a beat. And in place of Dr. Fediakon to address the College of Medicine today, we are blessed with the presence of our Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Heather Hyman, who will bring remarks. Dr. Heather Hyman, in this inaugural role as the Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education, provides college-wide leadership for undergraduate medical education, that's our medical students, including curriculum oversight, assessment and evaluation, instructional design, and records and registration. As she is a practicing general internist, she is nationally recognized for her contributions to competency-based education and physician assessment. She serves on the board of directors of the American Board of Internal Medicine. We are blessed with wonderful faculty here at the College of Medicine. Dean Hyman, I welcome you to the podium to give some remarks.
I'm much shorter than Dean Thompson. So huge congratulations to every one of you new physicians. You make our college very, very proud. We really glow on days like these. As many of you know, we had an accreditation survey visit, which only happens every 8 years, earlier this week to ensure that our college is meeting all expectations in your education. Seeing you today is such a great cap to this week. It makes me reflect on how very worthwhile it is to keep the doors of our college open. You also make your family, your friends, and your teachers proud. Becoming a physician is not a solo sport. The people sitting around you and in front of you have shared in the sacrifices you have made for your education and are incredibly gratified and overjoyed. Celebrate with them and thank them. You also make this country and its patients proud. The United States doesn't have enough physicians. Overall, the AAMC predicts that in 10 years, we will have a shortage of as many as 86,000 physicians, and we currently have just over 1 million in this country. This shortfall hits almost every specialty and almost every area in the country, and particularly the rural areas that many of you are committed to serve. As a back-of-the-envelope calculation, the Rockford class of 2026 will care for over 1 million patients in your combined careers. So by getting your MD, this hard-won degree that has taken you so much energy, so much dedication, you're helping our country cure this shortfall. By being the excellent physicians who come out of UI College of Medicine, with our mission for education, research, clinical care, and social responsibility, our focus on working in teams and in helping you find and pursue your passions, I know that each of you is making an even larger impact than the average physician. Let me share 2 pieces of advice with you today. I realize I'm a lot older than you are. I graduated medical school in 1998, but I am reassured by the fact that we both spent part of our medical education with and learned a fair amount of medicine from a high-quality television series set in an emergency room and starring Noah Wyle. So we really are not that different. My first piece of advice is to embrace the bumps and the circuitous route that your career can take you in. When I sat where you are today, I was planning a career in psychiatry. I started with a transitional year of internship at a small community hospital where I did many medicine rotations. I began to fall in love with some things that I had not enjoyed during medical school, like doing procedures, placing central lines and NG tubes, and I also recognized that I wanted to continue to care for the whole body, including, but not only, the brain. I had heart-to-hearts with my program directors and my family, and I transferred into an internal medicine residency as a second-year resident. I don't recommend doing that, but you should embrace growing and changing throughout your career. My second piece of advice is to find joy in your patients and in doing the right thing for them. There are going to be many things that you do that feel hard, and they seem like they might easily be skipped. Doing a screening pap smear for a patient in your clinic, or doing a rectal exam for a patient who has urinary symptoms to see what their prostate feels like. Making a house call or a hospice visit to a patient who lives far from your work or your home. Personally calling your specialist colleagues to figure out a hard diagnosis rather than just referring them. I have found that I really need to listen to myself in those moments and recognize that the tasks that make me feel like, ugh, I'm not sure I want to do this, are just exactly what I need to do. That is what being a doctor is. It's part of the joy of medicine, of serving. So now you are one physician in a million, but you really are one in a million. We are exceptionally joyful to graduate you from our college and to have been part of shaping you and your career. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Hyman, for those wonderful remarks. It is a tradition to present our distinguished awards here at Convocation to recognize individuals in our institution and community. We'll start with the Distinguished Teaching Award. It is my honor to present the Distinguished Teaching Award, recognizing a faculty member with a long-standing dedication to our students and excellence in medical education. This year, the award goes to Dr. Megan Hauk. Dr. Hauk, please join me out here on stage. Dr. Hauk is a Rockford native a graduate of Rush Medical College, and completed residencies in internal medicine and pediatrics at the University of Missouri, at Columbia. She joined our faculty in 2017 and is a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Medicine and Medical Specialties. She is a hospitalist who teaches third and fourth year students and serves as a site director for the internal medicine clerkship. Students consistently review her and praise her for going above and beyond expectations in the work that she does for our students. She is a role model for medical educators and is most deserving of this award. Congratulations, Dr. Hauk. We do offer the opportunity for our awardees to make a quick statement if they'd like, but it is no obligation. The next award is the Distinguished Service Award. The Distinguished Service Award recognizes exceptional leadership and service in committees, administration, healthcare, and medical education at the college, university, and national level. This year, the award goes to Dr. Elisa Hawkins-Jones. Dr. Hawkins-Jones, please join me at the podium. Dr. Jones has served the College of Medicine in Rockford since 2009. She is currently the Assistant Dean for Diversity and Inclusion, Associate Professor of Family and Community Medicine, and Director of Behavioral Science for Rockford's Family Medicine Residency Program. She has helped to foster an inclusive and supportive campus through all of her work. She has strengthened training and behavioral health, trauma-informed care, all while mentoring students, residents, and junior faculty in research that addresses pressing health needs. In her clinical role, she serves as the sole licensed clinical psychologist at UI Health Miles Square Health Center, LP Johnson Rockford, where she provides specialized care in trauma and domestic violence and is widely recognized at the national and regional levels. Today, we honor Dr. Jones for her unwavering commitment to service, advocacy, and excellence in the field of medicine. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Jones.
I provide talk therapy, so I figured I should say a few words. I just want to thank UICOM, Rockford, the campus, college-wide. I want to thank this community, our campus community, as well as the Rockford community that I've been very fortunate to serve for 16 and a half years. I've had the privilege to work with the brightest, talented, most brilliant individuals on our campus and college-wide. And I hope I've taught some things, but I've certainly learned so much. I'll just share something really quickly. When I was offered the position for the Assistant Dean for Diversity and Inclusion, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to take on the position. I knew that, it would be a lot of work to really try to improve DEI for our community to address health inequities. And one of the comments that the Department of Family and Community Medicine, Dr. Joseph Gary said to me, he said many things, but one of the comments that always resonate with me is he said, "I would rather you have a seat at the table than to not have a seat at the table." And that felt so important because I had heard the saying, but it had never been told to me. And I knew that this position would be about service, and what service meant for me was advocacy, and that I wanted to make sure that the role I play for the campus for our college was around advocacy, patient advocacy, advocating for our medical students. I knew that as we worked together, we would make sure that our medical students had the highest quality training that they deserve so they could reach their highest potential and be in a safe environment, a safe learning environment, free from racism, discrimination, and bias. And so as I look at the students today on this stage, I feel so proud, like a proud mama, because I think we've been very successful and they've been successful. So I'll just say to you, class of 2026, When you have an opportunity that's either given to you or you take, just know, I would rather you have a seat at the table than to not have a seat at the table. I know that your voice matters. What you have to say matters, your advocacy matters, and you will make a significant impact, as you've already been doing here in Rockford, but you'll make a significant impact in your communities and society. So congratulations to you all.
Thank you for those wonderful remarks. Next is the Distinguished Community Award. So it is now my privilege to present the 2026 Distinguished Community Award. This honor recognizes an individual, and we're going to come back to that in just a moment, whose meaningful contributions have strengthened the College of Medicine Rockford, enhancing its stature and supporting its continued growth. So it said individual, so we're going to violate our rules just a little bit here today, because this year's award goes to the Family Peace Center. Will the representative from the Family Peace Center, Mayor Tom McNamara, please join me by the podium? Oh, wonderful. Perfect. The Rockford Family Peace Center exemplifies the very best of community partnership through its deeply collaborative model, working seamlessly with healthcare providers, law enforcement, social services, and community-based organizations to support survivors of interpersonal violence. They partner with the College of Medicine Rockford's Merit Program to provide exams for children suspected of being abused or neglected, which further strengthens an integrated approach to care. For its leadership, innovation, and unwavering dedication to improving the lives of vulnerable individuals and families, the Rockford Family Peace Center is exceptionally deserving of the Distinguished Community Award. Congratulations to the Family Peace Center.
So my name's Tom Maxmer. I'm really honored to be with all of you today on behalf of the Family Peace Center. I want to say sincerely thank you to the College of Medicine. When we were talking and really dreaming of creating a space for survivors of domestic and sexual violence, while we were just dreaming, this campus said, we want to be part of it. And they have been an integral part and a critical partner in every single aspect of the Family Peace Center from before day one. And so I get to come up here, but we violated their rules because really, yeah, I'm mayor, but Jennifer Caciapaglia is really the driving force behind the Rockford Family Peace Center, and she deserves all the credit. And so on behalf of the absolutely amazing staff at the Family Peace Center who are courageous and love on our survivors, to the more than 3,000 survivors that the center has been able to serve, we humbly accept this award. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So now I am honored to welcome Dr. Michael Sook to this podium in just a moment. So Dr. Sook graduated from the University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford, right here in 1997. He returns today as one of the most accomplished physician leaders of his generation. He is a board-certified orthopedic trauma surgeon, fellowship trained at the Hospital for Specialty Surgery in New York. He holds a JD and an MPH from Boston University and an MBA from the University of Scranton. He is the immediate past chair of the American Medical Association Board of Trustees and currently serves as chair of the Joint Commission Board of Commissioners. His career in organized medicine began right here in Rockford. In 1994, while still a medical student, he became the first medical student and first Asian American elected to the AMA Board of Trustees. He went on to serve as chair of the AMA Resident and Fellow Section, where he led efforts to establish governance guidelines on resident work hours and later served on the AMA Council on Medical Service before his re-election to the board in 2019. Dr. Sook spent over a decade at Geisinger Health, where he served as the founding chair of the Musculoskeletal Institute and later as chief physician officer. He was a White House Fellow assigned to the U.S. Department of the Interior and a Baldrige Executive Fellow. Today, he leads a portfolio of companies and serves on multiple national boards, all focused on a single through line: empowering physicians, expanding their career mobility, and changing lives through better leadership in medicine. His work draws on training in surgery, law, public health, and business. He calls this approach the synthesis mind, the belief that the hardest problems in medicine and beyond demand thinkers who refuse to stay inside the single discipline. He has published more than 100 peer-reviewed articles and remains an active advocate for physicians who do the work of medicine every day. So to the students, as you get ready to hear his remarks, this is an extraordinary presence that we have with us here on campus. I'm not going to say that we expect you to achieve as much as he has. I will say, though, that the bar is high. So just pay attention to his remarks. Dr. Sook, welcome.
Dean Thompson, Dean Green, thank you so much for the invitation to come back to Rockford after so much time. I'll just start with a very funny story. It just took place about 5 minutes ago. So many of you know and trained with Dr. Gary Rifkin. Raise your hand, right? Or at least know him. Dr. Rifkin is one of my previous professors from 30 years ago. And I saw him in the upstairs holding area, and I said, "Hey, Dr. Rifkin, remember me?" He said, "Absolutely not." And I said to myself, I said, "Thank God, because I think I was his worst possible student ever." He was very, very tough on me, but I think certainly shaped who I am today. Dr. Rifkin, thank you. I also want to shout out to Dr. Ray Garcia. Have you guys worked with Ray Garcia? Yes? So Dr. Garcia was actually my classmate, and I had not seen him in almost 30 years. And the first thing he said is, "Oh yeah, you are the guy that's our class president." And I said, "Yeah, that was me 30 years ago." So Ray, good to see you too. I just want to say to the parents and the family who are in the front row, I walked this stage nearly 30 years ago, and my father had the privilege of hooding me. And I can't tell you what lasting impact that had on him. He's still around. I'm a third-generation orthopedic surgeon, and he was able to see me graduate in this exact hall. So it brings back a lot of really kind of emotional things for me. So if I start crying, just tell me to stop, if you will. So listen, it's really good to be back in Rockford, and I graduated, as it was said, in 1997. You know, that's 29 years ago, and I sat where you're sitting, and I remember the feeling. Not the excitement that everyone talks about, but it's the other one. It's the quiet suspicion that the gap between what you know and what the work will demand is larger than anyone is willing to admit out loud. I want to be very honest with you. That suspicion is correct, and I speak to the graduates. You're not ready. Not yet. Nobody is on graduation day. And that gap is not a flaw in your training, but instead it's a starting condition of every career worth having. What I want to talk to you about today is what to do with that gap. Because the choices you make in the next 5 years and then the 5 years after that will determine whether you become a physician who merely practices medicine or one who actually changes it. When I came to Rockford, I was a kid from Chicago, the Chicago suburbs, who thought he knew what he wanted. Get through medical school, get a good residency, become an orthopedic surgeon. That was the plan. It was supposed to be a straight line. Rockford had other ideas. I'll tell you something that I didn't appreciate until many years later. At every institution that I walked into after Rockford, whether it was the Hospital for Special Surgery, the AMA boardroom, or the White House, I was better prepared than I expected to be. Not because Rockford gave me prestige, because it gave me patience, and that's with a T. Real patience in communities with real problems that did not sort themselves into textbook chapters. You learn here by doing the work, not by performing it. And that's a different kind of preparation that lasts much longer. Back in 1990, when I was still a student at this school, I was involved with the American Medical Association, student politics, governance, and the machinery of organized medicine. And a few years later, I became the first medical student and the first Asian American to be directly elected to the AMA Board of Trustees. I was 25 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no business being on that board. I barely understood how insurance worked. But I understood something that has stayed with me ever since, that the people making decisions about the future of medicine should include people who are actually going to live in that future. That principle started here, in this building at this school, and has driven every significant decision I've made since. So here's the speech that you're expecting. Someone's going to tell you to follow your passion, to work hard, stay resilient, stay curious, and then you'll clap and you'll move your tassel and you'll go to dinner with your family. And I know you're hoping that's what I'll say, but I'm not going to give you that speech. Instead, I want to tell you about a problem, one that I believe is a defining challenge of your generation as physicians. And I call it the specialist mind. The specialist mind is not about what specialty you choose, general surgery, pathology, pediatrics. Choose any of them. The specialist mind is a way of thinking. It's the assumption that the boundaries of your training are the boundaries of your responsibility. We've built an entire healthcare system on this assumption, and sadly, it's failing. Not because specialists are bad at what they do, most are excellent. It's failing because the hardest problems in medicine do not fit inside a single discipline. Let me give you a patient. A 60-year-old man comes in with a broken hip. I'm an orthopedic trauma surgeon. I can fix that hip. That's my discipline. But his broken hip happened because he fell. He fell because he's on 9 medications, 3 of which cause dizziness. He's on 9 medications because he sees 5 physicians who don't talk to each other. He can't afford all 9 medications, so he takes 6, and he takes them inconsistently. He lives alone. His wife died last year, and he hasn't left his apartment in 3 weeks. The specialist mind fixes the hip. The patient returns in 4 months with another fracture. So what's the actual problem? I could make the case that it was loneliness. I could make the case that it was polypharmacy. I could make the case that it was a health system that fragments a human into organ systems and calls it care. None of those problems belong to a single specialty, but all of them belong to you. The alternative to the specialist mind is what I've come to call the synthesis mind. I want to be clear about what it is and what it's not. It's not a rejection of expertise. You need deep skill. You need to be technically excellent at whatever you choose to do. That's the price of entry. There's no shortcut, and I'm not offering one. But the synthesis mind adds a second capacity, the ability to see across boundaries, to pull from multiple domains, to hold 2 or 3 different frameworks in your head at the same time, and to find an answer that none of them can produce alone. I didn't plan this. Nobody enters medical school and says, I think I'm going to go to law school, and then I'm going to get a public health degree, and then I'm going to get an MBA, I'm going to do a fellowship in orthopedic trauma, I'm going to work in a federal agency, I'm going to run a health system, and then I'm going to start multiple companies. That would be an absurd plan, and it wasn't mine. But what happened was much simpler. I kept running into problems that my current training couldn't solve, so I went to get more training. Every degree, every experience was a response to a real problem I had encountered and could not fix with the tools that I already had. The JD happened because I saw physicians getting destroyed in malpractice cases and contract negotiations, and I realized they had no structural understanding of the systems being used against them. The MPH happened because I saw health outcomes driven by factors that had nothing to do with clinical care. The MBA happened because I saw brilliant physicians with whom I worked who had no idea how to build or run the organizations they worked inside. None of it was planned, but all of it was necessary. And I should say something about this school specifically. Rockford let me do something that almost no medical school would have allowed. While I was a student here, I was simultaneously pursuing a JD MPH at Boston University. Different programs, different cities, different calendars. It was a logistical headache, to say the least, for everyone involved. But Rockford made it work anyway. Not because there was a precedent or a policy for it, but because the people running this program looked at it as an unusual request, and they said yes instead of no. Most institutions default to no. This one didn't. I wouldn't have the career that I have without that decision. Here's the part that matters for you. You do not need 4 degrees to think this way. You need the willingness to look at a problem and ask, what am I missing? What discipline owns the piece I cannot see? And then go learn enough about it to ask better questions. There's a phrase I want you to take with you today. It's called the judgment gap. Artificial intelligence is going to change the way we practice and think about medicine. Diagnostics, imaging, drug discovery, treatment planning, even documentation. Probably a dozen things that we haven't even predicted yet. Some of the procedures you learned in school won't exist in 10 years. Some of the knowledge you memorized is already out of date. But that's not a reason to panic. It's a reason to pay attention to what cannot be automated. AI cannot sit with a patient's family at 2 in the morning and help them decide whether to continue treatment. It can't look at a policy proposal and understand the second-order effects on rural emergency departments. It cannot walk into a boardroom and convince the CFO of a company that a program with no short-term ROI will save lives in 5 years. And it can't hold a patient's hand and know from experience and instinct that the right answer is not the obvious one. That space between what technology can compute and what the moment actually requires, that's called the judgment gap. And it's the last human advantage in medicine. Your entire careers will be defined by how well you operate inside that gap, not by how much you know, but how well you judge. Judgment is not a talent, it's a skill. And it's built by putting yourself in situations that are harder than you're ready for, and by paying attention to what actually happens. I want to be honest about something else. This path is not free. I've had a career that looks impressive on paper. AMA Board of Trustees, White House Fellow, Chief Physician Officer of a major health system, Chair of the Joint Commission, Board of Commissioners. I've published over 100 papers. I've started companies. I've operated on thousands of patients. But I've also made many mistakes. I've taken jobs that I shouldn't have taken. I've stayed in rooms that I should have left sooner. I've prioritized work over people who deserve better. I've learned more than once that being right about a decision doesn't mean that you handled it well. Those are different skills, and the second one took me longer to develop than the first. The degrees on your wall will not protect you from any of that. Nothing will. The only thing that will help is by paying attention, noticing when your values and your environment stop matching, and having the nerve to act on it before the gap becomes too wide. Nobody is going to teach you this in residency. You will learn it by living it. But before you learn any of that, I want you to do something right now. And unfortunately, we're not sitting together, but do this afterwards. Just look around your room, look at your folks and your parents and families that are here. Find the people who got you here, your parents, your partners. Keep in mind the ones that ate dinner alone while you studied, the ones who picked up the phone on the worst night of your 3rd year and told you to go back. They know what this cost. You know what this cost, but you've not said it to them out loud because you have been way too busy trying to get here. But today is that day. Don't wait until the parking lot. Don't wait until you get home. Find them after this ceremony and say it. One more thing before I let you go. For nearly 25 years, I've been involved in something that had nothing to do with operating rooms or boardrooms. I've worked with the National Park Service, the U.S. Play Coalition, and public health researchers on the connection between nature, outdoor recreation, unstructured play, and human health. You're supposed to say, what the hell is that? It started when I was a White House Fellow at the Department of the Interior. I was surrounded by people who managed public lands, national parks, forests, wildlife refuges. And I started asking a simple question. What if these aren't not just recreational amenities? The data supports it. Time in nature reduces cortisol, lowers blood pressure, improves immune function, reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety. Unstructured play in children is associated with better executive function, creativity, and emotional regulation. And yet, as doctors, we prescribe none of it. We have an entire pharmacopoeia for anxiety and depression, and one of the most effective interventions might actually be a 30-minute walk outside in the woods. I tell you this not because I want you to become park advocates. I tell you this because this is what the synthesis minds looks like in practice. It's an orthopedic surgeon standing in the Department of the Interior asking a question that nobody in orthopedics thought to ask. The Interior Department actually taught me more about public health than most of my public health coursework. That wasn't supposed to happen. And it's probably the most useful lesson that I can pass on. The best ideas you have in your career will come from places that seem irrelevant to your specialty. Pay attention to them. And finally, one thing I'm going to ask you directly. Get involved in organized medicine. Not because it's glamorous, because it's not. AMA meetings are long, the politics are real, and the pace of change can be excruciating. You're going to sit through committee hearings, and it's going to make you want to walk out of the room. You're going to argue about language, about resolutions that'll take 3 or more years to actually come and become policy. And you're going to wonder more than once whether any of that stuff really matters. Let me just tell you, it does. It matters. And here's what I know after 35 years. The physicians who complain about the system but never show up always lose. Always. The insurance companies show up, the hospital administrators show up, the lobbyists show up, the pharmaceutical companies show up. If you do not show up, decisions about your profession get made without you. And then you're living inside someone else's vision of what medicine should be. I started showing up in 1990, and I'm still showing up. Your generation needs to do the same. So here's what I want to leave you with, not advice, but a challenge. Don't let your training become your ceiling. The degree you receive today is the beginning of your expertise, not the end of it. The problems you will face in your career will not respect the boundaries of your specialty. They will not care what department you belong to, what your board certification says, or what lane you were told to stay in. The patients who need you most are the ones whose problems do not fit neatly into one single discipline. The systems that need fixing require people who can see across boundaries. The future of medicine belongs to physicians who refuse to be defined by a single credential. Be that physician. Be technically excellent and be broadly curious. Publish, build, operate, and advocate. Fix that hip and ask why the patient fell. 29 years ago, I left this building and started a career that I couldn't have predicted. I made it up as I went, one unsolved problem at a time. You will do the same. The past will not be straight, and it should not be. So finally, congratulations to the class of 2026. The world does not need more specialists. They need more physicians. Go be physicians. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sook. After 29 years, it is so good to have you back in Rockford. Thank you. My name is Stephanie Collado. I'm the Assistant Dean of Student Affairs, and I have the privilege of presenting the James E. Riebel Award. This award honors Dr. James Riebel, a member of Rockford's charter class. He's remembered for his passion for medicine and a deep compassion for others. This award is selected by the class of 2026, and it recognizes a student who embodies those same qualities. Students who nominated this year's recipient, who doesn't know that they're getting the award yet, said that she consistently goes above and beyond to provide for patients and works tirelessly to learn and grow into an incredible physician. Another wrote, she has an irreplaceable ability to recognize problems and take initiative to fix them, advocating for patients, representing her classmates, and demonstrating outstanding dedication to her education. These reflections speak to a student who leads with purpose, compassion, and integrity, and who represents the very best of our future in medicine. Will you please join me in congratulating Ashley Donald? All right. I'm also delighted, while I have Ashley here, to share that the class of 2026 has selected Ashley to be their class speaker. Ashley, we look forward to your remarks.
Good morning, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the University of Illinois College of Medicine class of 2026. My name is Ashley Donald, and it is an incredible honor to stand before you today. I am also the proud youngest daughter of Dr. Willie Donald and Dr. Deborah Baines Donald, my exceptionally supportive parents, and now my colleagues, who are here with me today and will be hooding me later. Their presence here today represents a personal milestone and also serves as a reminder of the path that was built before me, the sacrifices that made this moment possible, and what it means to truly live a life in service to others. I carry this legacy with deep gratitude and an even deeper sense of responsibility. 4 years ago, in August of 2022, we started medical school in a world still shaped by COVID-19. We walked into this journey with white coats that felt too big, vocabulary that felt unfamiliar, and a quiet question in the back of our minds: can I really do this? We asked it in lecture halls, before our first patient encounters, and after late nights of studying and difficult exams. And yet, here we are today. Today we have our answer. Not only did we do this, but we grew into it in the process. And we did it right here on the Rockford campus, which is undeniably the hidden gem of the University of Illinois College of Medicine. We are the campus that showed up, the campus that consistently led in test scores and in school spirit, and the campus that demonstrated what it truly means to cultivate community. And I think it's fair to say we also kept the Chicago campus on their toes in the process, and we are very grateful that Dean Thompson has come here with us. Somewhere along the way, between anatomy lab and early mornings, between late nights and unforgettable patient moments, we changed. We found not only our footing in medicine, but we found each other, forming lifelong friendships that carried us through the hardest days and made the best ones unforgettable. We became the people who learned how to hold a stethoscope in one hand and uncertainty in the other. The people who learned how to balance science with humanity, knowledge with humility, and confidence with doubt. And the people who learned that medicine is not just about having the right answers, but about showing up even when there aren't any. And yes, along the way, we also learned very important things, like how capillaries is correctly pronounced capillaries, according to Dr. Clemens Jory, who made human physiology and that pronunciation unforgettable. But today is not just a celebration, it is also a transition. Because as we leave here, we are stepping into a world and a healthcare system that is both complex and imperfect. We will care for patients navigating not only illness, but inequity, mistrust, and long-standing barriers that we cannot always fix. And at some point, that question will come back. Can I really do this? And the answer will still be yes. Not because we will know everything, and certainly not because we will always get it right, but because we have learned how to keep showing up. As we move forward, I hope we carry a few things with us. Humility, the understanding that our learning does not end here. Courage, the willingness to advocate for our patients and for what is right. And compassion, not just for our patients, but also for ourselves and for each other, because this work will ask a lot of us, and we will need that same kindness turned inward. Because there will be hard days. There will be days when we are tired, days when we fall short, and days when the system feels much bigger than our ability to change it. But there will also be moments that remind us of why we are here. A patient who feels heard, a family who feels supported, and a moment of connection that tells someone that they are not alone. And those moments matter. Because before we were students, before we were applicants, we were people who simply cared. We were people who saw suffering and chose to move toward it. And that part of us, the part that cares, is the most important, and is the part that we must continue to protect along this journey. Class of 2026, today we celebrate everything we have achieved, but tomorrow the real work begins. We will walk into hospitals, clinics, and communities, not just as students anymore, but as physicians. We may not be able to fix everything, but we can always show up with integrity. We can always choose empathy. We can always try to leave things better and leave things and people better than we found them, and that is enough. 4 years ago, we stepped into roles we weren't sure that we could fill. We questioned and doubted ourselves, but now we stand before you, changed. And as we step into this next chapter, we will once again find ourselves in new roles with new responsibilities and wearing white coats that may, at first, still feel just a little too big. And we may once again feel that same question: can I really do this? But this time, we will answer it differently. Not with doubt, but with the quiet confidence of everything it took to get here. And one day, sooner than we think, those white coats will also fit. Because we are ready. We are ready to show up, ready to learn, ready to care, and ready to become the doctors we once needed and the doctors our future patients will never forget. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it.
All right, thank you, Ashley. I'd like to introduce next Dr. Maureen Richards, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, who will lead us in the hooding ceremony. Also, selected by the class of 2026 to perform the hooding are faculty members Dr. Peggy Shields and TJ Webb.
The hooding ceremony is a meaningful tradition that symbolizes the conferral of the medical degree and recognizes achievement in higher education. Each hood is lined with the official colors of our institution. The hood is lined in flame and indigo satin, representing UIC. The green velvet trim signifies the field of medicine. During the ceremony, each graduate will come forward as the faculty hooders or special family hooder places the hood over their shoulders, formally welcoming them into the profession of medicine. Will the first row please rise and walk off the stage to your right? Mubashir Ahmed. Mubashir is from Chicago, Illinois. He matched in diagnostic radiology at Rush University Medical Center, Chicago, Illinois. Mubashir is being hooded by his uncle, Dr. Zishan Baki. Congratulations, Dr. Ahmed. William Anderson. William is from Rockford, Illinois. He matched in emergency medicine at University of Wisconsin Hospitals and Clinics, Madison, Wisconsin. Congratulations, Dr. Anderson. Sapaluchku Anidobu. Sapaluchku is from Homewood, Illinois. She matched in diagnostic radiology at University of Virginia Medical Center, Charlottesville, Virginia. Sapaluchku is being hooded by her brother, Dr. Emmanuel Ofungo. Congratulations, Dr. Annie Dobu. Olivia Balsley Saltis. Olivia is from Mount Zion, Illinois. She matched in neurology at University of Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee. Congratulations, Dr. Balsley Saltis. Lauren Olivia Barbie. Olivia is from Concord, North Carolina. She matched in obstetrics and gynecology at University of Florida, Shandy's Hospital, Gainesville, Florida. Congratulations, Dr. Barbie. Laura Berger. Laura is from Lensburg, Illinois. She matched in family medicine at University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford, Illinois. Laura is being hooded by her cousin, Dr. Katie Baskin. Congratulations, Dr. Berger. Xaviera Danielle Briere. Xaviera is from Dalton, Illinois. She matched in family medicine at University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford, Catherine Shaw Bethea Hospital, Dixon, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Briere. Blaine Coloni. Blaine is from Royalton, Illinois. He matched in psychiatry at Washington University, Barnes Jewish Hospital, St. Louis, Missouri. Congratulations, Dr. Coloni. Cassandra Candell. Cassandra is from Oak Park, Illinois. She plans to match into clinical pathology in the upcoming application cycle. Cassandra is being hooded by her mother, Dr. Jennifer Candell, and her father, Dr. Alvaro Candell. Congratulations, Dr. Candell. Cheyenne Carr. Cheyenne is from El Paso, Illinois. She matched in family medicine at University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford, Illinois. Cheyenne is being hooded by her uncle, Dr. Matthew Carr. Congratulations, Dr. Carr. Tiffany Chang. Tiffany is from Los Angeles, California. She matched in obstetrics and gynecology at Kaiser Permanente, Southern California, Los Angeles Medical Center, Los Angeles, California. Congratulations, Dr. Chang. William Conroy. William is from Johnsburg, Illinois. He matched in family medicine at Genesis Health System, Quad Cities, Davenport, Iowa. Congratulations, Dr. Conroy. Chase Decker. Chase is from Camp Verde, Arizona. He matched in anesthesiology at University of Texas Health Center, San Antonio, Texas. Congratulations, Dr. Decker. Bombi Philly Jeng. Bombi is from Dakar, Senegal. She matched in obstetrics and gynecology at Western Michigan University, Homer Stryker MD School of Medicine, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Bombi is being hooded by her brother, Dr. Papa Biran Jeng. Congratulations, Dr. Jeng. Ashley Donald. Ashley is from Olympia Fields, Illinois. She matched in internal medicine at University of Chicago Medical Center, Chicago, Illinois. Ashley is being hooded by her mother, Dr. Deborah Baines, and her father, Dr. Willie Donald. Congratulations, Dr. Donald. Christian Downs. Christian is from Rushville, Illinois. He matched in transitional at Arkansas College of Osteopathic Medicine, Mercy Hospital for Fort Smith, Arkansas. Christian is being hooded by his cousin, Dr. Michael Lay. Congratulations, Dr. Downs. Carson Florkowski. Carson is from Robinson, Illinois. He matched in emergency medicine at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Carson is being hooded by his aunt, Dr. Michelle Odro-Bino. Congratulations, Dr. Florkowski. Kennedy Franklin. Kennedy is from Freeland, Michigan. She matched in emergency medicine at University of Illinois College of Medicine, Peoria, OSF, Peoria, Illinois. Kennedy is being hooded by her father, Dr. Andrew Franklin. Congratulations, Dr. Franklin. Yasser Hasnain. Yasser is from Forsyth, Illinois. He matched in diagnostic radiology at Southern Illinois University School of Medicine and affiliate hospitals, Springfield, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Hasnain. Allie Heron. Allie is from West Frankfort, Illinois. She matched in internal medicine pediatrics at University of Kentucky College of Medicine, Lexington, Kentucky. Congratulations, Dr. Heron. David Ketzenberg. David is from Monroe City, Missouri. Davey plans to match in neurology in the next application cycle. Congratulations, Dr. Ketzenberg. Tiara Ashley Kirkwood. Tiara is from Chicago Heights, Illinois. She matched in pediatrics at University of Chicago Medical Center, Chicago, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Kirkwood. Christopher Kegler. Christopher is from Carlinville, Illinois. He matched in general surgery at HCA Healthcare, Kansas City, Menorah Medical Center, Overland Park, Kansas. Congratulations, Dr. Kegler. Haripriya Koratala. Haripriya is from Lisle, Illinois. She matched in general surgery at Ohio Health Riverside Methodist Hospital, Columbus, Ohio. Congratulations, Dr. Koratala. Joseph Krebs. Joseph is from Overland Park, Kansas. He matched in interventional radiology integrated at Rush University Medical Center, Chicago, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Krebs. Christian Krieger. Christian is from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He matched in internal medicine at Advocate Lutheran General Hospital, Park Ridge, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Krieger. Sean Kumpuckle. Sean is from Downers Grove, Illinois. He matched in emergency medicine at University of Illinois College of Medicine, Chicago, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Kumpuckle. Shannon LaFond. Shannon is from Riverside, Illinois. She matched in neurology at University of Illinois College of Medicine, Chicago, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. LaFond. Amber Naz Lopez. Amber is from Niles, Illinois. She matched in orthopedic surgery at Southern Illinois University School of Medicine, Springfield, Illinois. Amber is being hooded by her brother, Dr. Christopher Lopez. Congratulations, Dr. Lopez. Shruti Mekula. Shruti is from Hillsborough, Illinois. She matched in family medicine at John Peter Smith Hospital, Fort Worth, Texas. Shruti is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Christina Dacus. Congratulations, Dr. Mekula. Annabelle Moore. Annabelle is from Winnebago, Illinois. She matched in internal medicine at University of Wisconsin Hospitals and Clinics, Madison, Wisconsin. Congratulations, Dr. Moore. Heather Moser. Heather is from Rock Falls, Illinois. She matched in psychiatry at Indiana University School of Medicine, Vincennes, Indiana. Congratulations, Dr. Moser. Basil Muhana. Basil is from Orland Park, Illinois. He matched in internal medicine at Mercy Health GME Consortium, Rockford, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Muhana. April Ortley. April is from San Diego, California. She matched in emergency medicine at Creighton University School of Medicine, Phoenix, Arizona. Congratulations, Dr. Ortley. Austin Cale Oglesby. Cale is from Raleigh, Illinois. He matched in diagnostic radiology at UC Davis Medical Center, Sacramento, California. Cale is being hooded by his wife and Rockford alumni, Dr. Annalise Oglesby. Congratulations, Dr. Oglesby. Amaka Okabwe. Amaka is from Chicago, Illinois. She matched in psychiatry at Ohio State University Medical Center, Columbus, Ohio. Congratulations, Dr. Okabwe. Anna Ongtenko. Anna is from Belvidere, Illinois. She matched in psychiatry at Indiana University School of Medicine, South Bend, Indiana. Congratulations, Dr. Ongtenko. Samuel Raggi. Samuel is from Chicago, Illinois. He matched in obstetrics and gynecology at Advocate Illinois Masonic Medical Center, Chicago, Illinois. Samuel is being hooded by his mother, Dr. Nanajan Yakub. Congratulations, Dr. Raji. Claire Sagarts. Claire is from Wakanda, Illinois. She matched in internal medicine at University of Chicago Medical Center, Endeavor Health, North Shore Hospitals, Evanston, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Sagarts. Megan Saltzgaver. Megan is from Mount Carmel, Illinois. She matched in otolaryngology, head and neck surgery at University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences College of Medicine, Little Rock, Arkansas. Megan is being hooded by her cousin, Dr. Emily Krajak. Congratulations, Dr. Saltzgaver. Luke Sidney Sklamberg. Luke is from Highland Park, Illinois. He matched in general surgery at Rush University Medical Center, Chicago, Illinois. Luke is being hooded by his father, Dr. Stephen Sklamberg. Congratulations, Dr. Sklamberg. Shivali Shukla. Shivali is from Orland Park, Illinois. She matched in internal medicine at Riverside Community Hospital, California, Riverside, California. Shivali is being hooded by her sister, Dr. Navika Shukla. Congratulations, Dr. Shukla. Anna Snyder. Anna is from Forreston, Illinois. She matched in internal medicine at Indiana University School of Medicine, Indianapolis, Indiana. Anna is being hooded by her cousin, Dr. Neva Bratina. Congratulations, Dr. Snyder. Bella Swan. Bella is from Rockford, Illinois. She matched in general surgery at Central Iowa Health System, Iowa Methodist Medical Center, Des Moines, Iowa. Congratulations, Dr. Swan. Janae Brianna Taylor. Janae is from Bellwood, Illinois. She matched in anesthesiology at Medical College of Wisconsin, Affiliated Hospitals, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Janae is being hooded by her aunt, Dr. Darlene Allen Nichols. Congratulations, Dr. Taylor. Tegan Thompson. Tegan is from Maple Grove, Minnesota. She matched in neurology at Medical College of Wisconsin, Affiliated Hospitals, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Congratulations, Dr. Thompson. Rafael Torres. Rafa is from Ingleside, Illinois. He matched in internal medicine at University of Illinois College of Medicine, Chicago, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Torres. Brianna Trimble. Brianna is from Mount Carmel, Illinois. She matched in transitional at University of Kentucky College of Medicine, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Congratulations, Dr. Trimble. Andy Vehongs. Andy is from Loves Park, Illinois. He matched in internal medicine pediatrics at Loyola University Medical Center, Maywood, Illinois. Andy is being hooded by his father, Michael Vehongs. Congratulations, Dr. Vehongs. Mwangi Wamena. Mwangi is from Mount Pleasant, Michigan. He matched in internal medicine at Corewell Health, Grand Rapids, Michigan, State University, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Congratulations, Dr. Wamena. And last but not least, Emily Wilt. Emily is from Arlington Heights, Illinois. She matched in pediatrics at McGaw Medical Center of Northwestern University, Lurie Children's, Chicago, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Wilt. And congratulations to the class of 2026.
All right, what a wonderful moment. So now it's an honor for me to administer the physician's oath. So will the class of 2026 please stand? To any physicians in the audience or on the podium, also please stand. Repeat after me. Now being admitted to the profession of medicine, I solemnly pledge to consecrate my life to the service of humanity I will give respect and gratitude to my deserving teachers. I will practice medicine with conscience and dignity. The health and life of my patient will be my first consideration. I will hold in confidence all that my patient confides in me. I will maintain the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. With my colleagues will be as my family. I will not permit considerations of race, religion, nationality, political party, or social standing to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life, even under threat. I will not use my knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity. These promises I make freely and upon my honor. Thank you. So this concludes our convocation ceremony. Thank you for joining us. It has been my pleasure to be with you today as we recognize so many talented and committed individuals. One more time, congratulations to the class of 2026.